So I have this belt, and I got it from my father one day. I just needed a belt and I couldn't find mine. So I just went into his closet and grabbed whatever raggedy thing I can find just for that one time, because, you know, if you need a belt, you need a belt, right? So as you can see, this thing is absolutely shredded up. Apparently it's older than me. He's had it since before I was born, and I've kind of been using it since that time I got it. So it's been staying in my room this whole time. It's very ugly. The first time my mom saw me wear it, she was like, "Why are you wearing that old thing?" And I just said, I don't know. I kind of like the fact that it's all beat up like this. Like I said, Balenciaga destroyed my brain. The idea for this video will be, I kind of want to upcycle this belt, upcycle if you could even call it that, by making it look more garbage. I don't know how you want me to explain it, but basically I have this duct tape, and as you can see up here, these are my inspirations for this project. You can see the Balenciaga cap with the tape over it with the logo poking through. You can see the Diesel logo, and as well as the off-white tape belt, the iconic belt that obviously I wanted ever since that Hypebeast era. What I'm thinking is I can take this belt, get some cutouts of some letters, and tape over all of the letters, press down in between the spaces, and then you'll have the logo or the letters poking through. So then at the end, it'll just look like one big strip of tape with the branded logo sticking through it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. First thing is we have to hop on the iPad and design the logo for what we're going to be cutting out and putting underneath the tape. So now that we have the logo, we have to figure out what size and how many of them to put underneath the tape when we have the finished belt. Now, to make sure that we print the logo at the correct size, we can always hold up the piece of paper that we're going to be printing it on and put it up against the monitor to see how the digital paper compares against the real paper, so we know that this is the real size, not upscale. You know what I'm talking about, bro. As you can see, I have the page scale at 85% from 100 to 85, and when I put a piece of paper up against it, it fits right at the corners. We have the 4 logos at the correct size. I turned the opacity down for all of them just so I don't waste ink for no reason. But we can go ahead and send this to the printer now. The only thing is this PC does not have the little Wi-Fi thing, so I have to do it for my phone, like a little poor person. So now we have the logos, and before we start, you know, gluing them onto the surface and cutting them out individually and taping them onto the belt, I want to bring some attention to the actual buckle itself. It's kind of plain and ugly. Let's see if I can get to focus. Oh, there you go. It's kind of plain and ugly, and it wouldn't really match the silver color of the tape that I have. So I'm thinking to spray paint this silver as well. The only thing is, I know that when you spray paint things, you kind of need to scuff up the surface a little bit. So I think right now, before we start cutting and taping, we should just go ahead and, you know, get this surface a little scuffed up. Not too much, just like, I mean, we're not trying to break the thing. Bro is not Demna. Alright, well, now that the surface is lightly scuffed, we can go ahead and paint it silver and put a clear coat on it. So now that we got the belt buckle painted, I think it's time for us to go ahead and glue this outline of the logos onto the material that we're actually going to be putting underneath the tape on the belt. So I think I'm just going to use this old Amazon box. It's a decent enough thickness, so when I lay the tape over it and I press in all the spaces, the letters should form and be like pretty visible. But the only thing is it might be a little difficult to cut, so I'm just going to time lapse me doing it real quick. Alright, we got each logo on its own piece of cardboard. Now I just have to cut each individual letter out. It's going to be kind of difficult, I think, because the cardboard's really thick, but we just got to get it done. Oh, no troll? That took like an hour, bro. This is what we're working with here. So, it actually doesn't look too bad. I was afraid it was going to look kind of shitty, but it looks pretty good. So we got 4 pairs. Not 4 pairs, but 4 sets. And it's dark outside now. Man. If this belt doesn't come out looking good, like looking exactly how I thought it would in my mind, I'm going to be so pressed. But I'm going to go outside and grab the belt now because it should be done drawing. Alright, so I cleared off my whole desk and now it's the final part. We're basically just going to take this tape off, lay the whole belt flat. For one of the sides, the side that's going to be like towards me, that's going to be laying like on me, the underside, I'm going to lay that tape first with no letters. Then for the side that's going to be sticking out with the letters, I'll lay that one after. That way there's not going to be any like weird tape seam sticking out. So my main concern with this whole project was my duct tape being too thick. So if the duct tape's too thick, when I press the letters, when the letters are underneath and I press down on it, if the duct tape's too thick, it won't show the letters like properly, the print of the letters from underneath. So let's hope that all this wasn't for nothing. That's basically what it looks like. It looks like a fucking strip of tape, but as you can see, the tape is actually thin enough for you to see some detail underneath. Those are these guys, these little rivets or circles, so you can see it sticking through. So when I put the letters underneath, it might actually turn out looking pretty good. But now is the time to actually put all these letters that took me 8 years to cut out on the garment itself. I think I'm gonna start from this end and do it like section by section. That way I don't line them all and I'm moving the belt around and it's fucking like Okay, I got it laid down. Here's the moment of truth. When I start pressing it down, will the letters actually form? Or will it just look like a hot mess and I have a wasted video? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna line all the letters and then for like a few minutes I'm gonna really sit here trying to press them all out, and then at the end I'll show you what it finally looks like once I try to get everything as like high definition as possible. Alright, so here is the final product after trying to press the letters in and make it appear as bold as possible. From my understanding, since I use cardboard, when you press the tape against the cardboard to make it pop out, the cardboard just gets flat. So had I used a harder substance, or a harder material, which would have been really difficult to cut, it would have shown a lot more. The tape surprisingly wasn't too thick, it worked. But yeah, this is literally just a belt wrapped in tape. It's literally not that crazy. But here's that buckle that we've been distressed for, I don't know, an hour outside biking around. So I'm gonna put it on, but like how you can see in the camera, you can kind of see it on the camera. It's not like crazy detail, but what I will do is next video I will definitely try to press this down a lot more, and I'll show you what it looks like next video. But for now, I need to get this video uploaded, so I'm gonna put it on and show you how it's looking. Yeah, bro. I mean, it's a belt wrapped in tape. I don't really know what I was expecting. I'll definitely try this again, but this time it just didn't work the way I thought it would. So if you watched, thank you for watching this mess of a video. I'll let y'all know how it looks after I'm finished pressing it down all the way. I'll probably leave it pressed under something overnight. But yeah, this was an idea I had for a while to make it like a belt that looked like this. So I'll try it again one day with like better materials. But yeah, calm low video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and if not, I will give you a reason to tomorrow.
If this belt doesn't come out looking good, like looking exactly how I thought it would in my mind,
I'm gonna be so pressed.